Quiet, Lois. It's third down, 5 yard to go.
What's the matter?
Oh, it looks like a pass play. Oh, no, quarterback's going back deep. Wide receivers going down. No. Looks like a blitz. Oh! He got sacked. It's fourth down. They got a punt.
This is my friend Tom Dreesen. You probably know him as a comedian. Well, he's a sports fan first and a comedian second. And you know what? He lives and breathes and eats football. And I just don't understand it. And you know what else I don't understand? Tom and I went to school together, and I always had better grades. You know, my hand was always up before his. But I just don't get football.
Oh, no, stupid.
Okay, Tom.
That's it, they blew enough.
All right, that is it. I have had it. I'm sick of feeling left out. You have got to teach me how to understand the game of football.
Lois, you want to understand football?
Yes, I do.
Okay. This afternoon, I'm supposed to meet my good buddy, and afterward, we're going to go out and have a little bite to eat.
Yeah?
But I'm going to call him. His
Yeah?
name is Tim Reitman. He was an All-American in college. He played on the Super Bowl championship team. I'm just going to ask him, would he mind spending a little bit of time with you and teach you the basics of the game?
Uh-huh. Tim Reitman.
Tim Wright.
Super Bowl.
That's right.
Tim Reitman.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Anybody home?
Are you sure we should be doing this?
I told him we were coming. Tim? Tim Reitman.
Tommy, is that you?
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tommy, good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Tim, this is a good friend of mine. Her
Lois
name
Hall.
Hi, Lois.
Hi,
Nice
how
to
are
meet
you? Thanks. Tom says you're a wonderful football player.
Thanks. Maybe you should come out sometime.
I'd love to.
Great.
Lois, don't you think you should learn a little bit about the game before we go out to watch him play?
Yeah, right.
I tell you what, let me change. I'll be right back.
Okay. Tim and I work out together.
Lois, you know the best place to start learning about football is from the beginning.
You mean the kickoff?
Well, let's start with the players and the jobs that they do first.
Okay, now this is what I know about sports. There are 5 people on a basketball team, and there are 9 people on a baseball team.
Correct.
And there are 11 players on a football team.
3 out of 3, Lo.
Okay, now the team that's got the ball and is trying to make the touchdown, that's called the offense. The team that doesn't have the ball and is trying to keep the other team from making a touchdown is called the defense. After that, it's just a big jumble of bodies, and I don't really get it.
You know, I think I know what you mean. It's something like this.
Yeah. Okay, you see what I mean? These guys are going up here, and these guys are going up here, and nothing really happens. I don't really understand it, Tim.
Yeah, you got a great point. You know what? I think I can teach you the game of football is as simple as a game of checkers.
Yeah?
Yeah, sit down over here. Tom, grab that board, will you?
Sure. Now, tell the truth. Wouldn't you really rather have a pizza?
Lois, this is our gridiron.
Gridiron?
Or a football field. For some reason, they call a football field a gridiron. I really don't know why.
Okay.
I think the best place to start with this is line of scrimmage. Now,
Line of scrimmage.
right. The line of scrimmage is just wherever the ball is.
You'll hear that term a lot on Sunday television or Monday night football, the line of scrimmage. And like Tim said, it just means where the ball is. If the ball's here, that's a line of scrimmage. If the ball's there, that's a line of scrimmage. Okay. There's like an imaginary line, right, Tim, that goes through the ball.
That's right. It goes from where the ball is all the way to the sidelines. And what it really does, it just divides the offense and the defense. And the line of scrimmage is where all the action takes place.
Okay.
So let's start with the offense and the person that humps over the ball or is over the ball. And what he does is he snaps the ball to the player behind him.
Well, yeah, this is how the play starts. You'll hear the announcer say he snapped the ball. All he really means is the center passed the ball between his legs to the man behind him.
Okay.
They might also say hikes or centers the ball because the man is a center. So you say he centers the ball, he snaps the ball, he hikes the ball. But it just means starting the play.
I got it.
And that just means that he's snapping the ball or hiking the ball.
Okay, the 2 players on each side of the center are called the guards. The right guard and the left guard.
So the right guard lines up on the right side, and the left guard lines up on the left side.
That's correct.
Okay. Right. Outside of the guards are the tackles. And they're also referred to as a right tackle and a left tackle. Now, these are the linemen. Their most important job is to block for their teammates.
Yes.
Okay? Now that's their principal job. And then there's my favorite position, Lois.
Tight end.
That's right. The tight end can line up here on the right side or the left side. He can move around. Now the reason he's called a tight end is because of the fact that he's in close to the center. He's tight into the center. Okay? Now, outside of the tight end, we have what we can call the wide ends or wide receivers.
And sometimes you hear the announcer on television say flanker or split ends. But what he's really referring to are our wide receivers.
Now let's get to the backfield. We know that the wide receivers, our split ends, catch the ball along with the tight end. You know, they're throwing passes, but we need someone to throw them the passes. Then there's the glamour position.
Quarterback.
You were quick on that one.
Well, he's usually the best looking.
Thanks a lot, Lois. Okay, now his main job, of course, is one of three things. He'll either pass the ball, he'll run the ball, or give the ball to one of his running backs to run with the ball. Now these guys are called sometimes halfbacks or fullbacks. Okay? Now they do most of the running with the ball. Let's see, you want to go over this one more time? Okay. Let's start from the beginning again. Where the ball is called
The line of scrimmage.
Great. Okay. Now, the player that lines up over the ball
Is the center.
That's right, because he's in the center of the field. And his main job is to give the ball to the quarterback. Snap it to him. Hand it to him.
Okay.
Now, on each side of the center are the guards.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have a right guard and a left guard. So outside of the guards, we have to have...
Tackles.
That's right, a right tackle and a left tackle.
Okay.
All right, now...
Your
the best,
position.
That's right, the best position on the field.
Tight end.
That's right, the tight end. And he catches the ball, but he's also responsible for doing a lot of blocking, too,
Okay.
because he's in tight. Okay? Outside of the tight end, we have the wide ends, are the...
Wide receivers.
That's right, okay. Sometimes they're called flankers or split ends, too.
All right.
Okay, the glamour boy, once again,
Quarterback.
throws the ball, runs the ball, hands the ball off to his running backs.
Okay.
Okay?
Who are sometimes called halfback and fullback or whatever. But
Okay.
they're still running back.
And they can move around. They can line up in a lot of different positions. So a lot of times, the only way that we can keep an eye on who the running backs are is by their numbers. And there you have the offense.
Okay, so far so good. But you know, Tim, whenever I watch TV and the offense has the ball, they always say first down in 10, and you know, second down in 5, and third down, and I don't know what it means.
Don't worry about it. It really confused me when I first started playing, too. But let me see if I can make it real simple for you, all right?
Okay.
The main object of the game of football, of course, is to score a touchdown. But in between that, we have intermediate goals, all right? The magic number is 10, okay?
All right.
Just remember the 10, all right? So what happens is we get downs. Let me explain what downs are. Downs, just think of them as tries or attempts, okay? So they're going to let you have 4 downs to get 10 yards, all right?
Okay.
Now, we start anywhere where the offense takes over the ball. It can be anywhere on the field, but let's just start from the 30-yard line,
Okay.
okay? So we have to go to the 20, Tom, right? 10 yards. We have to go to the 20
First and 10.
to get another first down.
Okay.
So say the first play we run goes that many yards,
Right.
right? So now it's second down and 6,
Right.
okay?
Because you have 6 yards to go.
To make it to the
Exactly.
20.
Okay.
Okay. Now the next play runs it to right there. So now
Right.
it's third down and how many?
2.
For first, right. Okay, so it's third down and 2.
2 yards to go.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, you're getting it, I tell you. All right, now the next play we run, it's a pass. Makes a fantastic catch. He's down on the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
Okay? We've gone past our 10-yard mark, so now we get a first down.
Okay.
We get 4 more tries to make it to the 5-yard line,
Uh-huh.
and then our ultimate goal is to score.
Okay. But you know what else I hear all the time is first and goal. Now, what does that mean?
Well, I tell you, that's good. If you hear first and goal, that's a good job because that team is already way down here, and they're ready to score on their opponent. Okay. So that means anytime you hear first and goal,
They're inside the 10, right, Tim?
that's right. That means that they can't go any further or get any more first downs. What they're going to do now is score.
All right.
So if you hear it, if the ball's right there and you hear the announcer say, it's first and goal from the 5, you know the ball's on the 5-yard line and the team's about to score.
Okay.
That's right. And, of course, it could be second and 3 or third and 1.
Right.
You know, I think Tim is the best explanation I've ever heard about downs is downs are really just tries. So when you hear first down and 10 yards, it's really first try or first down.
Okay. But what happens if you don't get the 10 yards in the 4 tries or 4 downs?
You'll have to punt.
Punt?
Yeah, here, let me show you, Lois. See, what happened is This team only made it to their own 20-yard line, and they don't want to give the ball to their opponent there because it'd be much too easy for them to score. So on 4th down, what they do is punt. That means they kick the ball as high and as far as they can so that the defensive team gets the ball way down there. Okay, Lois, we've talked about the offense. Now let's talk a little bit about those guys that try to keep the offense from scoring. That's the defense. As we did on the offense, we talked about the guy closest to the ball, the center. Well, let's talk about the guy that lines up right on the center's nose. He's called the nose guard.
Nose guard.
Okay?
Okay.
That's easy enough, right?
Yeah.
The players that are lined up outside of him are called the defensive ends. They line up right in front of the offensive tackles.
Okay.
Okay, they're kind of like bookends there.
Uh-huh.
Then behind the defensive linemen and on the outside, we have linebackers.
Right.
On the inside, they're called inside linebackers, and on the outside, they're called outside linebackers.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, let's move it to the outside here, and we have cornerbacks on the outside. What they do is they divide the field in half, and they have each of them have a corner.
Okay.
Okay? They guard the wide receivers from catching the ball. Now, way back here, the last line of defense is the safeties.
And they're called safeties because they're the last line of defense.
Tim, when your team is on defense, what position do you play?
Well, I'm not out there. See, that's when I get to rest. Our defense is out there. I'm on the offense, and we have so many players on our team that they specialize.
Ah. Well, you think maybe I should try to set this up?
Sure, give it a try.
Okay, help me out here.
Okay.
Back. Okay.
It's like playing Scrabble, huh?
Yeah. All right, the first one is the nose guard.
That's right. And the nose guard, what he does is he rushes the passer, tries to make him hurry his throw, and he helps the other players tackle the guy on a run.
Okay. Then next we've got defensive ends, which are right behind.
The offensive tackles.
Okay.
That's right. And they do basically the same thing that the nose guard does. They're going to rush the passer, and they're going to help on the run.
Okay.
Run defense.
All right, next is outside linebackers, and they're up a little bit like that, right?
Right.
No,
a little
actually
bit back.
back a little.
Yeah.
Oh, back.
Just a little bit back. But what they do is they make everything go inside.
Okay.
They try to push all the offensive plays inside so that they can't get around the outside.
Okay. Then we've got the inside linebackers, right?
That's right.
Okay.
And they help defend on the inside, but also you have to remember that they can also rush the passer sometimes,
All right.
and they drop back and pass defense.
Then we got the cornerbacks. Now they're right here, right in the corner, so they guard the corner.
Great position on those cornerbacks.
Yeah?
I tell you, that's perfect. And they're basically pass defense.
Okay. And then we've got safety, and that's down here.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay.
Tom,
All
you got it.
right.
Well, they're called that because they're the last line of defense.
Okay.
That's right. Great.
Uh-huh.
Now, what do you think the whole job of this defense is to do?
Cream the guy with the ball.
That's right.
Okay, time out. Now I think I need to go over this again, okay?
Okay.
Now there's three basic things that I should know about offense. There's blocking, and there's running, and there's passing. And before all of this begins, the game starts with a kickoff.
That's right. Every game starts with a kickoff. In fact, we have a kickoff right here, Tom.
Well, see, the idea, Lois, of course, is to kick the ball as high as you can, and if you can, down in the corner, so that the team that kicked the ball gets a chance to get down the field and stop the team that has the ball before they get too far. In this case here, the guy got the ball in the end zone, as you see, and he's running up the field now. He's at the 10-yard line, he's at the 15-yard line, and he's getting some of that blocking you were talking about. He finally makes it to where? Here he is on about the 29-yard line before he stopped, which is a pretty fair run back.
It's a pretty fair run back.
Any questions about the kickoff, Lois?
Well, I'll take another one if you got it.
We sure do. Here goes.
Okay, he's got it high in the air. Now that should give the kicking team enough time to stop that run back.
Yeah, it could be a great 100-yard run here, Lois. Watch this excitement.
Yeah, well, he's down on one knee. What's going on? He didn't even try to run back with a ball.
Well, what happened on that one is the kicker did such a great job of kicking the ball deep into the end zone. The player receiving the ball said, hey, there's no way I'm going to be able to run this ball past the 20-yard line. So he went down on one knee. That's called a touchback. And what happens then, the ball's brought out to the 20-yard line.
Well, what's so magic about the 20-yard line?
Well, that's just a fair place to start.
Yeah, I think for both teams.
Huh. But who makes the decision not to run back with the ball?
The receiver has to, the guy getting the ball. See, in a case like this, the last thing he wants to do is get tackled inside the 10-yard line. So he's got to make a quick decision. He thinks he can't go past 20, so he downs the ball. So they bring it out to the 20.
Okay, Lois, I've mentioned blocking, running, and passing, everything that makes up a good offense. Well, let's take that one step further with some examples, and let's take a look at that I formation that I talked to you about earlier. Here's the I formation. The running backs are aligned in a straight line with this running back dotting the I.
Now, I noticed that that guy is moving before the quarterback got the ball. Is that legal?
Yeah, that's legal. What's that's called is going in motion. A running back can do that. A wide receiver can do that. Even a tight end can go in motion. Of course, the only player that can go in motion is one that's eligible to receive a pass.
Well, what's the purpose if they don't go out there to get the ball?
See, Lois, by going into motion, they confuse the defense into thinking they're going to get the ball. And they may get the ball, but if they don't and they're just a decoy, well, then it confuses the defense and keeps them on their toes. Either way, it's real good strategy, and it forces the defense to change their strategy.
All right, 6 points for a touchdown. After the touchdown, they get a chance for an extra point?
That's true. They snap the ball, or center the ball, as we said, hold it for the kick, and if they kick the ball through the goal post, that's called an extra point. 1 point.
Of course, there's another type of scoring that's almost exactly like this. That's called the field goal. And teams try to go for a field goal when it looks like they're not going to be able to make a first down, and they're in fairly close range, enough to kick the ball through the goalpost. Instead of punting, when they kick the ball through the goalpost, they get 3 points.
And that's a field goal.
That's right. Boy, Tom, look at that. That is the blood and guts of football.
The run up the middle.
That's right. I tell you what, the offensive line did a great job of blocking there. Usually we only get about 2 or 3 yards.
Well, that's a good sign that the blockers did their job.
Yeah, and I see that play a lot on television. He gained enough yards for a first down, didn't he?
Sure did.
Lois, this next play is going to be a sweep play, and that's when the offense tries to outflank the defense. But it all depends on the blockers. They have to seal off the defense. The quarterback gives the ball to the running back. He tries to get to the outside, but the blockers miss their blocks. They don't seal it off very well, and the play doesn't work. No yards.
Well, it seems a lot easier to me anyway to spot what the runner's doing than what the blocker's doing.
That's why the blockers make a lot less money.
And they're going to continue to make less money if they keep blocking like that.
Another type of offensive block is the trap play. Lois, did you see that trap block?
No.
Well, sometimes it's a little difficult because things move so fast. That's why we use different angles so we can understand a play a lot better. But what happens on a trap play, the offensive lineman moves laterally, or as we say in football, pulls, and hits a defensive lineman that doesn't know. As you can see here, he's pulling and going to hit the defensive lineman. That creates a hole that the running back can run through and gain some yardage.
That's a nice run. Do all teams use the trap block?
Yeah.
Do all teams use the same play?
Basically, we have the same common plays, but different versions. But the big thing is that the other team doesn't know when we're going to use them.
All right.
Got it?
Got it.
I think she's getting it. Having a good time so far, Lois?
I'm having a great time.
Tim's a good guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's terrific.
And you're going to have so much fun now when you see him on television scoring touchdowns because you know him.
I'm going to have even more fun because now I know that there's 6 points to a touchdown.
That's right.
And there's 1 point for the extra point after the touchdown.
Right.
And there are 3 points for a field goal.
Very good. And there's one other way to score points that we didn't talk about earlier, and that's if a member of the defense happens to tackle someone on the offense in their own end zone and they have the ball at the time, that's called a safety, and that's worth 2 points. It's one of the plays we didn't talk about earlier.
All right, I got it.
Hey, Lois, suit up. We're taking it to the field.
Lois, are you ready for this?
I don't know. And I said he was a terrific guy.
You said that about me? Mm-hmm. Hey, come on, Tom, let's go, Lois. Come on, here you go. Let's go. Great run. Okay. All right, the first thing that goes on before any play is that's the huddle.
Oh,
okay.
That's when all those guys get together in a circle, right?
That's right.
Okay,
let's get into the huddle. Because this is where all the secrets go on in the team.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom, what'd you have for dinner?
Spaghetti and meatballs with a little salad on the side.
Great.
What'd you have, Lois?
I had chicken, but I didn't have any salad.
But what really goes on in the huddle is that they call the play. The quarterback calls the play to the team, and then they go out and run it. But sometimes when they get up there, they got to change the play, the audible.
What's an audible?
Well, an audible is when the quarterback calls a play in the huddle, he goes up to the line of scrimmage and he sees that the defense is going to stop that play dead. So he changes it on the line of scrimmage with his team's terminology.
Well, like calling out a number or a color, right, Tim? And then all the teammates know that the play has been changed.
That's right. Let's try running a play.
Okay,
Okay.
Lois? You're
All
the
right.
quarterback. What do you think we should do?
I think Tim ought to start running, and I'll get the ball to him.
All right. Let's
All
go.
right.
Break.
Okay. All right.
How does your nose fit inside that helmet?
96, 97, 80. Hut, hut, hut.
Hey, great catch, Tim.
Thanks, Tom.
Nice pass, Lois.
Yeah,
Great
thanks.
pass.
Hey, Tim, what kind of pattern was that you ran?
That was a down and out.
What's that?
Well, a down and out just is when the receiver runs down the field and out towards the sideline. But before, let me show you some other pass routes. But first, you know, we showed you this basic formation before.
Yeah.
Well, it has a lot of variations. One of them can be when the quarterback, he doesn't always have to be behind the center. He can back up and be a couple yards behind him. That's called a shotgun formation.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, another thing is to know about a formation is which side is a weak side and which side is a strong side. And it's very simple. All the strong side is the side of the field that they have two receivers.
Yeah.
So here's a tight end and a wide receiver on this side, so this would be the strong side.
Yeah, you
Okay.
hear that you hear the announcers say that a lot on television, the strong side, weak side.
Right. That only refers to which side of the offensive team has more players on it.
I see.
So this side is stronger because it has more players.
I see.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Okay, now, about the pass routes, all the receivers have generally the same pass routes. Like, I ran a down and out, which you threw the ball to me.
Right.
The wide receivers can run a down and out, and so can the running backs. They can all run down and outs. A down and out is down the field and out towards the sideline. Now, an in route would be down the field and in towards the middle.
Okay.
Pretty simple, right? Yes. Okay. Now, what we call a streak or a bomb would be when the wide receiver or the tight end or any receiver goes down the field as far as he can. That's when
Yeah.
you see those real long throws by the quarterback.
All right.
Yeah, that's when you hear the announcer say he threw a bomb, meaning he threw it way out there. Is that right?
That's right. Okay. Now, another route would be a post. And that means he's going to run down the field and run right towards the goal post.
Well, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, that's a post pattern.
Post pattern. Now, another one, the opposite of a post pattern, would be a corner pattern. So he'd run down the field and run towards the corner.
That
Okay.
makes sense, too.
Right. And the tight end can do the same patterns also. And the tight end, one of his better patterns is coming across the field. Okay?
Yeah.
And a lot of times they call that a bootleg. When the tight end runs across the field and the quarterback sprints out to the sideline and throws in the ball.
Okay.
Okay?
Bootleg.
Right. Now, one of the plays that is better for a running back is a screen pass, because this enables the lineman to get out in front of him. And he'll swing out to the side here, go to the sideline, and the quarterback will look like he's going to throw downfield to one of these guys and turn and hit the running back over here. That gives the lineman time to come over in front of him and get a lot of blocking in front of him.
So they call that a screen pass.
That's right. Okay.
And it's because these four guys are screening the running back who's getting the pass thrown to him.
Right.
I see.
Okay. Now the next play, it really isn't a pass, it's more of a run, is a draw play. But the unique thing about that is that it's a fake pass and they give it to the running back to run. And what they're trying to do by the word draw is draw all these defensive linemen up the field in their pass rush. They're
Yeah.
going to all rush the quarterback, and what the quarterback is going to do is he's going to look downfield at one of these guys going real deep, and then what he's going to do is he's going to hand it off to the running back. So what happens, everyone is coming upfield, missing the running back, and all the defensive backs are dropping back. So it's a
Okay.
real effective run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Draw.
Draw, good play.
Yeah.
Okay, now one of the things that a lot of the teams like to do when it's real short yardage, remember like I was telling you, 1st and 10,
Yeah.
or 2nd and 5? Well, a 4th and 1 yard, or 4th and 1 foot, or even 3rd down and a foot, they'll run a quarterback sneak. And that's a real high percentage play, meaning that the quarterback is just going to follow the center, and the center's going to block for him. He's just going to go right in behind him. That's a good play for a couple yards.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes all they need is just inches.
That's right.
And you hear that play a lot in a football game, quarterback sneak, when they either need a touchdown for just inches away, or they need a first down, and even though they're in their fourth down, they have inches to go, they do that quarterback sneak.
That's right. And you know, on some of those short yardage plays, when the defense knows that they're going to be running the ball, they'll have safety blitzes, and they'll bring these guys right up on the line of scrimmage and blitz them across the line.
Oh, yeah, blitz. That's a commonly used word.
That's right.
On a football game. Blitz, you hear that all the time.
That's
but
right.
When the guys way in the back there, the safeties, come running all the way in and rush the quarterback, that's what a safety blitz is.
Right.
Okay. You know, when the referee's making all those signals, the hand signals, he's got his arms up in the air, what do they mean?
Lois, have I got a surprise for you? Sometimes when you're watching football, you see a guy on the field dressed like a zebra, kind of like I'm dressed right now. And he's waving his arms all over the place, and you're trying to figure out, what is he talking about? Pay attention.
Lois, a lot of these signals really don't even need an explanation.
Yeah.
Like that one there.
Right, that's a touchdown.
That's right. And this one's a first down.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's a scoring signal. That means safety. 2 points.
Yeah, Tom does that well.
Yeah. That one means incomplete pass, a missed field goal or extra point, or a penalty refused.
Uh-huh.
Timeout. Dog on the field. That's illegal procedure. That means someone went in motion or a false start.
Yeah.
Offsides.
Yeah.
That means somebody crossed over the line of scrimmage before they were supposed to.
Yeah, Tom was pretty funny.
Yeah. Personal foul. That means somebody was just probably a little too rough out there.
Yeah. Tom is pretty funny.
That one means illegal use of the hands. That usually happens in pass interference.
Uh-huh.
That's a wide receiver and a defensive back going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Holding. That's usually an offensive lineman penalty right there. He usually holds the defensive lineman so he can't get near the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
That one's hitting below the waist. And that usually happens on a kickoff or a punt.
That's what you usually do.
Punt? Only when I'm in trouble. That one's clipping right there. That's clipping. That's when they're hit in the back, when the other player isn't looking.
Okay.
That's face masking right there. That's when you get your head all jiggled around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one right there means you're gone, you're out of the game.
Tim, I hear the announcer saying man-to-man defense a lot. What does it mean?
Tom, move to your left. Move to your right.
What are you doing?
Well, I tell you, I'm not dancing with Tom. What I'm doing is I'm showing you what man-to-man coverage is. Wherever Tom goes, I'm going to go.
That's right, and I'll tell you something, he's not going to let me catch the ball if he can help it.
That's right. That's what man-to-man coverage is. Just like it is here on the field. The guy in the white jersey is going to try to catch the ball, but the guy in the dark jersey sure isn't going to let him.
He's staying right with him. You get the feeling if the guy in the white jersey ran out of the stadium and went all the way to Taiwan, the guy in the black jersey would follow him.
Every play that we've seen so far, it's been very structured. Every player's had their own assignment to do, where he's supposed to go. But, you know, that's the great thing about football, because on every play, they can improvise. And that happens a lot in football, and that's what makes it so exciting. Like on this play, you see the running back is designed to go to the right, the play here, but he sees an opening to the left and cuts back across the field.
It's what you hear the announcer say on television, cutting across the grain, which simply means going opposite the flow.
Another type of pass pattern is a swing pass, and what happens there is the running back swings out like a door opening, and the quarterback throws him the ball. But I tell you what, Lois, you know what? This is a great example of what we call play action or a play fake. And what happens there is the quarterback takes the ball and he fakes it to the running back and then throws it to another player. I tell you, that one really screws up the defense.
You know, it all looks so smooth, Tim. It looks like clockwork or ballet. I mean, what happens if one of the players goofs up?
That, Lois, leads to one of the biggest embarrassments and some of the most exciting moments in watching football.
Tom, you're not going to believe this. I want you to take a look at this. Look at this pass now. Look at that. It's in the air. Isn't that a great spiral? There's only one problem.
The wrong guy caught the ball.
That's right, an interception.
An interception.
That's right. That's when one team throws the ball and the other team catches it.
It's that simple.
Lois, you know what a fumble is, don't you?
Yeah, it's when you drop the ball.
When I drop the ball, real funny. Well, in this play, he has a little help here. He gets hit pretty hard, and actually, he got stripped of the ball here.
And you'll hear the announcer say that sometimes, stripped of the ball, which is a fumble, like you say.
Yeah. Another important thing about this play is that the defense recovered the ball, and they get to go on offense. So that's called change of possession.
Okay, on television all the time you hear the word blitz. And as far as I can tell, that seems to be when a bunch of guys are clobbering the guy with the ball.
You know, that's very close, because the word blitz actually comes from the word blitzkrieg.
What are you, a war historian? But I tell you, you are right, Tom, because the two things that make the blitz so effective are, first, that it's a surprise. And the second is, like here, the linebackers are going to blitz, and that enables them to have more people rushing the quarterback than the offense can handle blocking. And it ends in a sack.
A sack. Now, there's a word I hear all the time, and I don't know what it is.
Well, that's just with the quarterback, and he gets tackled before he can get rid of the ball.
So then sack only pertains to the quarterback.
That's right.
Okay, you guys, you got me over here to learn about football, and I've really learned a lot. But what used to excite me the most was a touchdown, and I haven't seen one.
Well, you know what? We saved the best for last. And here it is. The quarterback drops back. He looks short. He looks deep. He launches the ball.
I think it's interception, Tim. Interception.
No, I don't think so, Tom. I think this is going to be 6.
Look out.
Great catch. Pay dirt, Tom.
All
Touchdown.
Great catch. That's the reason I love to play football, to catch those touchdown passes.
And you know something? That's the reason I love to watch football. It's so exciting. You know, all this football has made me kind of hungry. Why don't we go back to my place and order a pizza?
Good idea.
You know, it's a great idea. Why don't you go get it, and I'll go to your house with Tim.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
They're crazy about me. Hey, Tim, I meant to tell you, last game, that was a great catch you made in the end zone.
Thanks a lot.
Let me ask you something. Was that ball thrown to you?
You kidding me? That's a Hail Mary.
I thought so.
Yeah.
A Hail Mary? You mean you guys pray out there?
No.
Well, that's close.
Yeah.
In football, a Hail Mary is... Oh, here, let me give you the scenario.
Okay.
It's 4th down, 3 seconds to go in the game. You need a touchdown to win,
Yeah.
okay? You have 60 yards to go for the touchdown. Quarterback gets the ball, and he sends all of his receivers downfield. Okay, they all get in the end zone. Quarterback goes back.
Throws the ball high into the air and hopes that one of his receivers will catch it in the end zone for 6 points.
So he threw up a prayer.
Exactly. You know, you've really learned a lot today.
Yeah, I have. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I've seen a lot of football, and I always sort of felt left out, you know? I mean, I just didn't really get it. And thanks to you two, I've learned a lot, and I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm looking forward to seeing a game now.
You know what we ought to do? We ought to go bowling after this.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you guys, I think there's a game,
They have that place,
football
36
game
lanes.
on.
Not far from here.
Right. A couple blocks away.
I know. You know what? They got those pinball machines in the back. After we bowl, what
Quiet,
we'll
you
do,
guys. Look, it's 3rd and 5. Looks like a pass play. Quarterback going back. Wide receiver going deep. Oh my gosh, it's a blitz. He got sacked. Well, I guess we'll have to punt.
Good job.